I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. Sweetbear joins us. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, thank you so much for coming on. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi there. Thank you for having me today. It actually means a lot. So I'm Sweetbear, and I am a rich bear VTuber. And I'm a variety streamer, but I have a massive love for horror games.
Oh.
My favorite game franchise being Resident Evil. I've been doing this for just over a year now, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah. What drew you to VTubing in the first place?
So I've always watched VTubing. So my Kanyoshi is Zentrea.
Yeah.
I'm a massive Zentrea fan, and I find her really inspiring.
Yeah. And it is an inspiring story.
Definitely. She has a great story. And it just reminds me of myself a lot. So, I found out last year that I have autism and ADHD, which I never knew I had.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been kind of a change to everything with that. And I've had, in the last couple of years, quite a lot of changes to my health. So I can't actually go outside very often.
Oh, yeah. It's tough when you get something like that a little bit later in life, where you're used to doing some things and suddenly everything changes that quickly.
Oh, definitely. It really was a complete and utter change. So it's my way of meeting people, and it gives me the opportunity to meet people.
Mm-hmm. And it's I was in on one of your streams here not too long ago, and noticing how much you were enjoying yourself during that sort of thing. Did you find it really easy to turn on that microphone and interact with people as a VTuber?
I don't actually, as much as I come across apparently very well. I'm really confident, but I actually call the interaction with people generally because which is another big reason why I became a VTuber.
Mm-hmm.
Is that I have quite a harsh past, so I don't have any family because I grew up in an abusive childhood house, so
Yeah.
interacting with people is very hard.
Yeah, you on the VTuber channel, the YouTube channel, you do go into that a little bit, and I thought that was very courageous of you to do, to bring that out and talk about it, because a lot of people would want to just kind of cram that away and not you mean you obviously can't. It's something you can't get out of your mind completely, but wouldn't it, open that up to other folks. But you kind of went in and explained that and explained what kind of makes you at this point. It is very courageous of you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's I believe for me it fuels me. So yeah, like you said, on my YouTube channel I have got about a 15-minute video, I think it is, going on about. If you're okay with me saying it,
Yeah, absolutely.
obviously sexual abuse, being abused through my whole childhood by one of my brothers, and then my parents just, it was a really, really horrible thing. It would make some horror films sound quite tame.
Oh, geez.
But I had a mental breakdown just over 6 years ago, and it made me change a lot of how I want to be, and I want to be an advocate for people who go through struggle, the people that, they go through stuff. So every few months I share on X. I've got to remember it's not Twitter, it's X.
Yes.
Domestic abuse and sexual helpline numbers for different parts of the world. Just, and I have my DMs open, and I actually had a lot of people come and speak to me about issues they have, just so, they've got somewhere to go.
Yeah.
So they don't have to be alone.
It is such. It makes me so angry as a person to hear that people go through this sort of thing, and I'm the type of person who wants to help it and fix it. But even when you get out of that situation eventually, it's not like everything is fine. It's not like now that you're away from that situation, um, because it lasts, doesn't it? Everything there, it's like a scar, worse than scars sometimes.
Oh, definitely. It's ingrained into you. So,
Mm.
you do not forget. And I held it in for so long, didn't speak to anybody until I met my best friend, who's also a VTuber now, called Sakura.
Hmm.
And she, I don't know, I just trusted her. And I broke down. That's when I had the breakdown, and the first time I spoke about it ever. And yeah, it's hard. I still go through counselling, and the counselling's quite intense, but I would not change it. And I wouldn't change that happened to me because it's made me the person I am today. And I'm so determined.
Yeah, yeah. I always say this, and I mean it. That people are not defined by their circumstances, but they're the triumph that emerges from those circumstances. And you sound like you are embracing that, being that triumph that this, no matter what's happened to you, that you are going to come out and be a positive force.
Definitely, 100%. And that's exactly what I am trying to do. So I use it to fuel myself, rather than let it define who I am. So for me, it's the fire that pushes me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And my hat's off to you. I'm sorry you had to go through all that. Um,
Oh, no, thank you.
but it's yeah, to be able to come through that and do what you're doing now says so much about you as a person that you have not. Because I tell you, I couldn't be as strong as that. I I'd have given up on everybody and everything at that point, and you have refused to do that. That's pretty amazing. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm just trying to prove everybody wrong. He said I can't do anything, and I'll never be able to do anything. And this is my last chance of, because I can't physically go out to work anymore.
Yeah.
It's my last. I don't just want to sit at home and do nothing. And if I can help people, and do something, then brilliant. And that's what I'm embracing to try and do, Dale Brothers.
Yep. I think it's that's wonderful, and I thank you for that. It's we that's one of the great things about this medium is the ability to um, not share bad experiences, but to share experiences in a way that can help other people. And it not only does it, I imagine, help you in that you have your place now where you can go and feel comfortable with and do what you want, but the folks in your chat also have that type of safety, place of safety and comfort. Is that what you're going for with your chat right now?
But yeah, my community, which I call the honey bears,
Mm-hmm.
being a bear.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, it's a place that everybody's welcome.
Mm-hmm.
If people are feeling alone, or I'm not gonna turn around and shut people down. People can message me from there. And it's a safe spot for everybody. And like I say to them, where I don't have IRL family, my community from the beach in the world that's my family.
Yeah.
That's my family, and I tell them that that's what they are to me. They're my family.
Yeah. Yeah. It's you've been able to find the place where you can put down roots, and um you are bringing people in. You you're the person who are allowing people into your family. This is your choice. And if people come in there, they're going to find somebody who cares what's going on about them, who wants positive things to happen, and I just get this behind behind that wonderful voice of yours. I get this feeling that there's some solid steel behind there too. Um, and you're just not going to let things happen to people at this point.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. I won't be pushed over. That's one thing I won't do now. But like people that come in, I'm not gonna let people pick on others. I don't know if you've seen on X, I share like a lot of positivity stuff on there as well,
Hmm.
which it's just to try and remind people I don't know, that all the hard work is being noticed. And that's something I really try to do. All my people in my community is just to let them know that they're loved and they are loved and they are doing so well. Even if it doesn't feel like they're doing well, it's noticed. The fact that they got up that morning means that they're winning. And,
Oh,
for some people, that'd be like, oh, but they just got up. For
oh,
some people, getting out of bed in the morning and actually getting up and just doing stuff around the house, that's winning. And, it's just sharing every positive you can with people.
yeah, yeah. Because you never know when that one little bit of positive feedback or just, hey, what's going on? That are you doing okay? That might be the one thing that makes the difference for the person that day. That little bit of, we can't all carry everybody's burdens, but just put a little shoulder under it and maybe it'll help out. That type of thing.
Oh, yes, 100%. I think it comes from back when I used to be able to go to work. I used to be service manager, and I
Hmm.
used to manage a team of just over 100 people.
Well,
So I think it probably comes down to that part where I suppose I have kind of like a manager kind of head on, but I've always been very compassionate.
hmm. And it's
So
you were a manager for that many people.
I was, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Uh, how did you ride herd over so many cats? I mean, that's that would be. I did a little middle management before, but no, not over that many people. Uh,
Honestly, I have no clue how I did it. Looking back now, I don't have a clue. I think it was just to be there for each one of them, but it was a lot of hard work.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, especially for someone who's got the outlook that you do. If you want to be, a compassionate person, and now you're having to track 100 people at once, that would be very
Yeah,
tough to do for me anyway.
it really was.
Yeah.
I literally felt like I lived where I worked. It's how it felt. I was there the whole time. That's one of the things why I think I'm so drawn to Zen. Because obviously she had a very kind of similar role in the retail customer service industry kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's the customer service industry is tough enough in itself. Um, and it's hard for people, and I've never really had that background being in radio, and the job I have now. I guess now it's kind of customer service, but not the same way. Um, in that you try to help people, but you also have to draw the line eventually where you don't want to you don't want to make it to the point where you can't help anybody else because you're helping just one person. That's that sort of thing. It's a tough line to walk, and then also keep yourself happy enough to go to work. Um, Not easy at all, is it?
oh, it's definitely not easy. And I know exactly what you're saying there about having to draw that line so you're not just putting all your energy into one person.
Yeah, yeah,
Completely agree with that.
yeah,
No, it took a lot, but for me, it was an escape.
yeah.
I didn't know I had like the autism and stuff then, so I kind of just grew up thinking that how I was just like every day. So you push myself to do things.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
having that diagnosis now, and the ADHD type thing too. Was that a relief, or was it scary for you to have that happen?
it was a mixture. So it was scary because I never expected that. But this literally come from my counseling, the counseling I was going through, and one of the people who was my counselors turned around and actually referred me. I never even thought of it, to be honest. But it was also a relief to know that the way I process stuff and the way I think was normal to myself, because you just kind of think you're a bit strange or you're a bit weird.
Yeah.
But not at all. And it's just, it's just how my brain's wired. And the amount of content creators that I have met and come across that all have autism or ADHD is incredible.
It really is. And when I grew up in the 70s, 100 million years ago, uh, I mean, I know we had people who had autism. Now, when I look back at it in school, but that wasn't even a word back then, and we as fellow students didn't know how to deal with it, and the teachers certainly didn't know how to deal with it. Um, luckily, or I won't say, luckily isn't the right word. Um, but everybody that I thought of later on in life that might have had it have been successful since, and have had, either the diagnosis or have been able to adapt and keep going. I'm pretty proud of them, actually, all the way around. And but that doesn't happen to everybody. If it's, I can imagine if you have these things going on and you don't know why, it can be awfully frightening and discouraging. Was it that way for you?
It was, because, yeah, like you said, beforehand, it's more, I'd say, like the last 10, 15 years, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's become a lot more noticeable. You were just classed as a problem child in
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
And that was it. You were a problem child. And that's all that was. Yeah, for me, it's actually like really nice for me because I didn't have any friends really at all because I didn't know how to interact with people back then.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's reassuring now to know why that was, and it wasn't just because I was some strange kid.
Yeah, they just didn't know what to do with you at that point. And kids can be really. I mean, I'm not saying anything that people don't know. Kids can be the meanest of all when it comes to this type of thing. They don't know any better, and hopefully they grow out of it. Some people don't. But not only were you dealing with this, but you were dealing with stuff happening at home. Do you sometimes look?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, do you sometimes look at that and wonder how you got through it at all?
Well, I do look at it. So, like the sexual abuse side happened. I've been through that for just over 5 years.
Uh-huh.
So from the age of like 5 to 11.
Oh,
So I went through that. And the stuff with my brother was my whole childhood. So for me, I sometimes wonder how I actually managed to make it to adulthood properly. But for me, that is thanks to some of the people I have met, and I think it's just the self-drive you have, where
right.
you decide that you want to be better than what you grew up with and what you had.
Well, I mean, you can decide to do that, but then you still have to do it. And to me, it shows a lawful lot of backbone that you've been able to do it.
Thank you.
I mean, do you realize that how much sharing your story could possibly help people? I mean, I know that you're doing it for that, but do you get feedback that people like, yeah, this has happened to me too? Have you had that sort of feedback?
I have had that feedback
Yeah.
from people, and I have had people, obviously come to me and they have actually talked to me and they've talked to me about issues. And I'm not a professional at all. I can only suggest stuff for them to do from what I've experienced myself.
Mm-hmm.
And like from the help I've had since going into my recovery from it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have actually had a lot of people, and I'm getting a lot of people at the moment actually really reaching out to me, just saying thank you, which is actually really nice.
Yeah, yeah. It's very hard. Empathy isn't exactly the world's strong suit at this point right now. But it's very hard to empathize with someone who's gone through what you've gone through. But at the very least, we can try to sympathize with it and try to find out, the reasons why things happen. Um, have you moved on from that to where it doesn't matter why it happened? You just want to, um, uh, you know, continue to expand upon yourself, being yourself at this point.
Oh yeah, 100%. I got an unlucky hand, and that's how I look at it. Could happen to anybody. It happens to lots of people in the world.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know about it. I've moved on from that. It doesn't define me. I don't let it rule me at all. I think about it every day, and I'm always going to think about it every day for the rest of my life. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I've made it through it.
Yeah.
I'm probably struggling with the health stuff, probably related to that, so they reckon. But, I'm happy where I am now, and it is really giving me the energy and the commitment to that. As a VTuber, I will be a VTuber to the day I cannot do it. To the day my body gives up on me, I will continue doing VTubing. It's one thing I am so passionate about.
Yeah. Yeah. And I could tell. I mean, it's and I'm sure the audience can tell too. That's one of the big things. Is I mean, you watch VTubers, you can tell when their heart's not in it and when it is in it. Um, and it may be something they don't even know, and they're just going through the motions. But I don't think that's going to be a problem for you, is it? I mean, every time you go on, it's going to be another big step for you.
Yeah, so my ambition as a VTuber is not to be some massive world famous VTuber.
Mhm.
I know that's a lot of people's goals, and a lot of people are like, I want to get to the top of the VTubing or streaming, social media content creator ladder.
Mm.
I don't. I want to be able to, keep a roof over my head, be able to pay my bills, and make some awesome friends. My biggest goal that I would like to achieve is to, become a genuine friend in the future once I grow as a VTuber to a decent enough level to be friends with Zentrea. Because I don't know if you've watched Zen yourself, she drags people off. It's called being Zen-napped.
Yes.
And she drags people into Carry Labs. And that's my goal, is to be at a point where I can be Zen-napped because I've become a genuine friend and I've built a genuine friendship out with someone I would probably go on really, really well with.
Yeah, yeah, and it's amazing what she's able to do with with uh, um, with what she does. I don't think there's anybody that compares that you can't possibly compare it to. But
No, she's very unique. Obviously, Iron Mouse is another one with her health struggles.
mm,
He's gone through an awful lot and does so well with what she does as well.
yeah,
But yeah, she's very unique in the way she does stuff.
yeah, yeah. It's one of the things that we get to celebrate, and I get to celebrate by doing these interviews, is the differences in what people go through. Sometimes there are some similarities, but everybody is different, and everybody takes it different ways. Um, do you find that when you've talked to other folks who have gone through situations that confide in you, um, do you find other folks who might have gone through something similar to what you've done, or has it been very um, um, individualized for you? Has it been very unique for yourself?
Um, it's, I'd actually say it's probably been more very unique for myself. There is like a lot of people I have spoke to. They've been through similar things to other people I've spoke to.
Mm-hmm.
But mine's quite different in how it was. But yeah, there's always kind of, you can see similarities, I guess, in all of it.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
people. People can adapt to a lot of things, and for good and bad. Um, if they don't know, if they don't know that there's something better, and if they don't know there's a bigger light around the corner. How long did it take for you to realize that you could that there were ways to help with what you've been through?
Um, it must have been when I had the breakdown. And you're just kind of looking for something. I come across a band. I don't know if you've heard of it. You probably have, actually, being over in your part of the world. Skillet.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And there was a song called "Feel Invincible" by them, and it's just a song that I found really hit home, and it really helped me to say, you know what, all this has happened, but you can be invincible to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what people throw at you, you can turn around and you can change. And that's probably when it was.
Yeah. And when you started making those first steps, were they tentative steps, or were they hit the ground running steps?
I started small, like little small steps to get going. But the more confident and comfortable I was starting to feel, started taking the steps bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Which is then why last year, it was March last year, that I started VTubing. And that's like where I've got to take my big step, was to go for something I've wanted to do for a long, long time and finally do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And enjoy yourself while doing it. And
Yeah, definitely.
and helping other people too, and meeting people while you're doing it. Was it tough for you to meet other VTubers for doing collaborations and things, given your background?
It still is. When doing a collaboration, especially if I'm doing something with someone new, I'm so anxious. I'm so anxious before doing it.
Mm-hmm.
The first one I remember, like the first collaboration I had, and I was just like, oh, I don't know how this is going to go, because you're going to be on a call with them in front of other people, and you don't know how you're going to interact.
Right.
But it's easier than you think. I think the goal for me is just be yourself and just act yourself.
Yeah.
Be who you are, and you'll be fine. And that's the same to so many people out there that want to do content creating. And they're a bit scared to do it because, the whole interaction with people.
Right.
It helps you a lot, being able to do this, and it helps with like social anxiety and your nervousness to speak to people. It's a great way to start coming over that fear.
Yeah. Yeah. And does VTubing help you with your self-worth? Or is that something that you had already been working on since the breakdown?
I was working on it, but the VTubing does help a lot. With it. It definitely does help a lot with it, because it's not just you saying to yourself, you've got people that, it's crazy that people will come and they're subscribed to you, to watch you. So for me, it's just like, I just wanted to try and entertain and show my love for games for people.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get people that turn up all the time. I think one of the best things is when you've had someone come in and it's like someone new to the chat and like they follow you and they say, okay, they followed me. Like quite often, you get that where people come and follow and then you don't really able to see them again because they follow a lot of people that kind of interest them, which is such a massive help.
Mm-hmm.
But then you see them come back the next day and then the next day again, they come back when you go live. It's just like, oh wow, they're coming to see me.
Right. Yeah, it's a wind beneath your wings moment, and it's also justifying at the same time. Where like, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. People do enjoy being around me. People enjoy what I'm doing and by me I mean the streamer, not necessarily me. Heck, my own wife doesn't enjoy that. But really, it's a moment where you realize you get that feeling that self-worth is really about the only thing I could describe it as. I'm trying. I always try to find the right word, and sometimes I don't. But you your own feeling about yourself goes up several notches. Is that what you get when something like that happens?
Yeah, it does. I think it's that you kind of feel accepted, and it's accepted for being the person you are.
Mm-hmm.
So your self-worth does go up a lot. Especially, and it's not just with your viewers. So I've made a few really good fellow VTuber friends now that I'll talk to regularly on a regular basis, and we will collab on a more regular basis than I will do with other people because you kind of build up that trust and that friendship, and it's nice. It's really nice, and it really does lift your self-worth.
Yeah, it does, and to know that you have people around the world now who, people in countries that you'll never be able to visit or given situations and all that stuff that can tune in and are waiting for you to come on. That has got to be just an amazing feeling at this point.
Oh, it's a crazy feeling. So I'm in the UK, so I'm a UK VTuber. My biggest audience is actually from America. So that's where I get most of my streamers come from, my viewers come from America. And a lot of people I collab with actually come from America. But then I've got like quite a few people that view me from Denmark. I've got a couple that view me from Korea. I've got someone that comes in from Japan. It's all over the world. It's so strange, and yeah, I'm never going to go to any of these countries because I can't. But to know that you kind of interacting with people all over the world, it's pretty amazing, actually.
Yeah, and I gotta say something too. Your voice is amazing. I love the accent. I'm sorry. I know it sounds terrible to say that, but that is such a beautiful accent.
Thank you. A lot of people really like the British accent, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because obviously to me I hear it all the time, and I quite like some of the American accents and everything. But thank you.
Yeah. And your voice doesn't have a lot of the sharp edges that some people's voices do, and that makes it very easy to listen to. It does make it and people do have to use your voice for so many things while streaming. Well, you do have an avatar, you do have a model. Sometimes the only way you can really get across what's going on is with your voice. Have you noticed a bit of change in how you express yourself since you started VTubing?
Oh, definitely. Off with it, you just kind of. I guess you're going through the motions, the nervousness, and you in your voice of how nervous like you are. But yeah, you can. Now people can hear when I'm excited, or if I feel a bit sad, people can hear that in my voice. So Like if I'm planning to put my foot down with chat, because in so many chats you get the only way to put it is the horny viewers
Oh yeah, yeah,
that you get in all of them. So you have to put your foot down with them.
right.
And yeah, it's you can definitely hear the difference now. And it's definitely taught me how to use the voice for different
To express different things. Yeah, yeah, and
yeah.
yeah. It's it's not easy sometimes to write a herd over chat. Do you have any moderators that you have working for you?
Well, I do have a couple of moderators. So my IRL best friend, who's called Sakura Witch,
Yeah.
like I said to you, she's also a VTuber now. So we actually look together because she helps me with all my medication and all my medical appointments and everything I have to go to because I can't drive anymore. So she takes me to everything like that. So we live together.
Mm.
Um,
Say hello for
so
me.
she's my head mod, and then I've got a couple of others as well. That you know everybody else is actually in America. My other mods. So I normally stream in the evenings. So it's kind of in
It'd be in
the morning lunchtime time for yourself. Are you over in America?
yeah, I'm in the middle, right smack dab in the middle in the central time zone. So right now we're about
Yes.
6 or 7 hours behind you.
Yes. And that's what a lot of my other moderators are, similar time zones. So and they always try to come in the best they can. And that, for me, they're the backbone of the channel for them being able to do it. And come and help. They are such a blessing. They're so lovely. And, you couldn't do anything without them. It's the same for the viewers. No content creator is anything without their viewers and their community. So they are the most important part of any streamer's channel. What they do, it's them, it's the moderators, and it's the viewers, the community. So for anyone that does listen to this, thank you guys so much. You literally are amazing, and I love you guys. So thank you.
It's it's amazing to hear with what you've gone through and to go from where you were at and the abuse you were taking and the emotional and physical toll that it obviously had to have taken on you to be where you are today, even with all of the medications and stuff that you have to deal with. You're a vibrant part of a VTuber community that reaches around the world, and you've got people who are waiting for you to come on. You've got a channel that people enjoy watching. People enjoy you. Do you sit back every once in a while and realize just how far you've come?
I have to pinch myself a lot of the time because sometimes it still doesn't feel real to even be thinking that like how I've got into the situation. I'm fortunate in my eyes. I'm fortunate, that I've been able to come across because a lot of people try, and a lot of people can't get going. And that's thanks to everyone that comes and watches and comes and interacts. So yeah, I do sit back sometimes and just like thank him, and wow, and it's yeah. It's really sometimes hits me of how fortunate I am to be in the position I am.
Yeah, it's I mean I'll agree with fortunate, but that's there's fortune involved, but there's also a lot of work that I bet you're not giving yourself credit for when you're talking to me about it because it's still got to come from you. It's got to come from you to do that, and that not everybody would have been able to do what you're doing. Um, there's a lot of steel in you. I would not. I would want you on my side. In what's going on.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are a one tough biscuit. I can't say cookie because like you guys call cookies biscuits over there or something. But
Oh, it's all very strange. It's the same thing, but we have different names, isn't it? It's
yeah,
just weird.
yeah, I'm never going to get used to that sort of thing. And you also add extra U's to everything. I don't understand. But I always have
Yeah, I don't get it.
I have to apologize because every time a U.S. person tries to do a British accent, we sound like drunk Australian people. Um,
Why don't you go for it? Why don't you do one for us, Eric? Why don't you do us a British accent?
oh my gosh. Well, I can try to do a Beatles one, but
It's,
it's
that's
a
not a bad attempt.
it's a little bit of a little Liverpool. But there's so
That
many,
was
yeah, there's so many different ones though. I mean, you can't just say this is a British accent because you guys know exactly. You could talk to somebody and know exactly what town they're from.
oh yeah. It's there's so many different kind of accents. The dialect has changed so much.
Yeah,
But different regions of the part of the country, like you said, you were doing a Merseyside accent there. So Liverpool, you sounded very Paul McCartney actually
yeah.
when you just did that one.
I'm not very good with voices. I don't think it's hard for me to do it the same one twice, but I've kind of worked on that one a little bit, and 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 it's that one's easy for me to fall into, but to me to do to say something and do it say that is the British accent is so insulting. I think because there's so many of them, and you could tell somebody from Birmingham as opposed to London or anything like that. It's amazing to me because here in the U.S., of course, we have so many different ones. Um, you got the Minnesota accent, you got the Texas accent, you got the Tennessee accent, but we're also a lot bigger. You can have
Oh, you're
you, you can have different accents around the block. That's it.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Now, when you are streaming, um, what games are you streaming these days?
So I try to play. I stream at least 5 days a week.
Uh huh.
Um, Sometimes I stream 7 days because it's for me. It's my output.
Right.
I've just finished Resident Evil 9, so Resident Evil is my favorite game franchise. And I really, really, really enjoy them games. Had so much fun playing that. I'm playing a game at the moment called Retro Rewind, which is where you're basically running your own 90s kind of video store, which is
Oh,
it's really, really fun.
yeah.
My favorite game of all time, which I'm also streaming, is Zelda Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo 64.
Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you know every bit of it by now? Have you explored every possible thing in Ocarina of Time?
Probably not.
Oh,
There's probably stuff I do not know. So I was watching someone play it the other day, and there was a chain they went up by the castle at the beginning. I was like, I've never tried walking up that chain. And they walked up and they got something. I was like, well, there's something I didn't know. But there's definitely going to be stuff I have no clue on. But then I'm also playing Elden Ring.
yeah.
I played Repo. I was playing Battle Golf because I did see yesterday. Yesterday was my affiliate anniversary. My 1 year affiliate anniversary. So I did a
Yeah.
12-hour stream.
Yeah.
And I think you came in when I was playing Super Battle Golf.
Yes, yes,
And
that was hilarious. You got you. I'd say hilarious. I think Super Battle Golf is absolutely funny to watch. But you were setting up for a tee shot and got blown right off the tee. Pow!
I got hit with a shotgun from the tee shot. I deserved it though because I'm an absolute menace in all these types of games. If I can cause havoc for people I'm playing with, it's the same in like Phasmophobia. I don't know if you've heard of Phasmophobia.
Oh yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
So I like getting like the cursed items, especially when it's got the Ouija board, and I like to go in there and I go and hide in a corner and I start because you can one of the things you can do is start hide and seek, which
Mm.
starts a cursed hunt and it comes out to try and kill someone, and I always will get one of my teammates killed because I'll go and start cursed hunt and not tell anybody. This to cause some chaos.
Where's Sweetbear? Where's Sweetbear? They're hiding in the corner.
And if it's quiet, it's not good.
Oh, that's I absolutely when I get a computer that I can run games on again, and get it set up. I want to get some of these games. I watch people play the battle golf, and I'm floored by it. It looks like too much fun. You and then in that particular series I watched, you got shot coming off the tee, shot back, and then got shot again on your next shot.
I did. You probably had some not very pleasant language coming out of my mouth at that point.
Hey, I, I've
uh,
I've played actual golf. I know that that's not even close to the language. Yeah, you haven't.
uh,
I told a basketball coach over here, fairly famous NCAA basketball coach. He had started golfing, and I said, Coach, you haven't played golf yet, really, until you have said four-letter words in ways you've never heard before, and you helicoptered a club halfway down the fairway.
oh, then I used to like playing golf. I used to, and I, my favorite actor, I really like Adam Sandler.
Mm.
And I love the film Happy Gilmore, and I tried doing the Happy Gilmore run and swing, and I hit the ground, and I snapped the head off my driver, and the
Yes,
driver head went further than the golf ball did. It was just like, yeah,
yes.
that's why you don't do this in real life.
Yes, yes, it's I played golf against a fellow one time, and well, I was with two guys, and his golf club broke on the backswing, and not only did he fall on his face because the weight was different, but the iron shank of the club flew right between my head and somebody else's head. Like, yeah, we could have
Oh,
been stabbed. By this.
that's crazy. On the backswing.
Yeah, yeah, he just fell forward
Oh,
on his face, and I'm like, this would be something you'd see on a bloopers channel or something.
oh, it really would be. It really would be.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get it stuck in my eye or something. For crying out loud. Um,
That's what would normally happen, isn't it?
oh yeah, yeah. Ah, what happened to you? Yeah, I have a four wood stuck
So,
out of my eye. The way I played, I wouldn't have been too surprised at all. Is there some type of stream you'd like to do that you haven't been able to do yet?
um, so one stream, there's a couple. One stream I'm planning on doing later in the year is I want to do my first charity stream, which I want to do for domestic abuse
Yes.
survivors for kids. Which I'd like to do just to, give some help to people that are potentially in situations I was when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
So that's something that I really want to do. And I really want to eventually, as I said to you, do one of these crazy collabs, I think, where, it's just all wickedness, and just craziness, I think.
There's nothing wrong with a little crazy now and again.
Oh, exactly.
When you get up to this age, you kind of look forward to the crazy. But I got to tell you, you're one of the most refreshing people I get a chance to talk to, and inspiring. Whether you want to be inspiring or not, you are. Um, and if we get this charity thing going, you let me know if I can help with anything, um, promoting or whatever you want to do with it. Um, you're one heck of a person.
Thank you
Uh,
so much. Thank you.
I mean, I like using words, and I can't come up with the right word to describe. Um, because you're so unique. you'd be a unique person even if that stuff didn't happen to you. Um, it's just I get this feeling that you'd have come through with flying colors no matter what, and the fact that you absolutely refuse to let it define you, and you are out there trying to make sure that other people don't go through it as well, um, says so much about you and your character. You got somebody over here that's going to be rooting for you no matter what you do. So that's um, I thank you so much for what you're doing.
Thank you. I think what you're doing and doing all of these interviews with, especially us smaller VTubers, this is amazing what you're doing. So thank you for what you were doing for us.
Well, I'm just having fun. I'm just leeching. I'm just leeching the talent off of all you young folks to try to keep myself
Now,
still going. But hey, that's what us vampires do. Thank you so much, Sweetbear. We're gonna have all the descriptions, all of the links we've been able to find for you in the description for the video, and we have to talk again because um, you're very special, and we need
thank
to we
you
need
so much.
we need to promote the folks like yourself as much as we can. Thanks so much for coming
Uh,
on.
Thank you so much for having me, and I'm happy to talk anytime, seriously. And again, just for anyone, you can do anything you put your mind to. Don't let your past define who you are. Follow what you want to do and go for your goals, guys, because you can achieve them.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.